Link Rabbit or Rabbit Link is what we call collaboration. So collaboration, that from the first day after I found out, oh, if let's say you're doing your beam for M&E, there is 7 sub-discipline we need to take note. Agree? So in other words, all these 7 model, you got to do it separately. It means individually. Now, when you do your model, how you capture this datum, like your level and grid, how you know that there's a beam or there's a column that we should avoid. So when you design our ducting to avoid that, or if let's say it's allowable to penetrate through, yes, before the actual building built, we can ask for it. Why not? Never try, never know. So all this information, where can we get? Is from structural drawing and from architecture model. So these two drawing, how you come into your picture, or how they connected to here, and why we use the term called link. Link means someone edit on the other end. Next time we open, it'll be updated. That's why it's called link. So all this link thing is actually they create from or captured from Microsoft. Microsoft have something called OLE, Object Linkage Embedded. So object link is something like what we do link Revit or link CAD, link IFC. That means if you have a so-called central location, like nowadays a lot of people like to use BIM 360 cloud based. So someone actually send the file update to the cloud. So your file is also linked from the cloud. So someone update the cloud, what happened? The file, when you open up your project next time, they warn you there's an update or someone change. If there's no change, it will never warn you. That's why, remember, we need to do what? Collaboration. We need to do the copy monitor. That's the reason why. Your level and your grid is the most crucial one. If this guy got a shift in the column or the beam, your design change for your duct will be different. Definitely, right? You could shift the whole segment or maybe part of segment will be shifted. That's why you need to link to as and when highlighted us if someone feel that, oh, design fail or design error, we need to swap to shift here and there. So you know that grid is for structure. So structure, of course, during the piling, if everything's are okay, they'll be the best. But what happened below, there's a big rock that they cannot drill through. They got to bypass or to drill something beside, you know. Then the grid will be, there's a change. So sometimes you see grid, why they have, like, say, you see our drawing here, there's a F, suddenly there's a F1. Because externally, you see outside the foyer, there's column. So column means you need to have a footing or pocket to support. So just now when who Santos showed me his file, right? Remember, I did mention about we need to at least imagine a bit. Since I have column and definitely when there's column and there's a beam, so you must predict at least, not say really 100%, at least have an idea of how the structure column is there. You get what I mean? So it will affect your design for your piping. So you know that our ceiling is actually below, but to what extent we don't know. That's why the day that drawing I give you, you need to know what is the ceiling. So here the ceiling normally will have a drop of maybe 100 mm from the beam, so that this is where your pipe can go through. That's why that I tell Santos, if can possible, design your pipe near wall, near slab, not say slab, near the wall, so that you can have, because you conduit with the so-called rubber seal and your copper so that you maintain the corners when they deliver to your ACMV, your aircon, fan coil. So all this does have a factor. So when people do aircon, especially a condo, I can tell you your ceiling definitely two things affected. If the existing piping cannot be reused. I can tell they're gonna tear down everything. So after your aircon install, you can redo your ceiling one more time. So condo, one thing bad about this is like, hopefully if we change your aircon, your piping, no leaking, no blockage, whatever, that's the best. HDB, olden days, we don't need to worry, there's no ceiling one. But nowadays, the HDB we have, right, those new BTO, it's just that the ceiling is more or less very minimum, not compared to the condo side, because due to the floor to floor height, they are different. So when you do MEP in future, in real world, you need to capture all this information. You need to know, and then you can design. Don't wait until the archi and structure start to finish, then pass to your, then you start to request. That's too late already. BIM is to all go at the same time. So you need to send your BIM manager or BIM coordinator for the meeting to ask for the information you need. So floor to floor height, the clear ceiling height, the false ceiling, all those things. And structure, what is the beam size, the depth, which is called a height lah. They call it B and H ma. So these are things you need to know. If you don't have, how am I going to design? So it's very crucial, especially basement. So always keep this in mind, because Archi always do not show beam, so quite misleading when it comes to design. Okay, so it's a must to get the structural model. Okay. So if MEP, you understand a bit about this and that, it's easy for you to perform a calculation, to design your model, all those things does affect them. So it's good to know a bit of this, a bit of that. All right. Yes, Jia, what you want to say?
Like for our project, right, we need to link every file with each other, right? So we can have a clearer picture.
Of course, this is what we are. I'm showing you guys what you know, the four of them. Do you?
Yeah.
Are we linked? This is how the real world works, no?
Yep.
So this is why I'm showing you is based on, okay, we do mechanical first. Then we do electrical, we could link, where we link the mechanical in, right? Then done already, then you do fire, we could link your mechanic, your HVAC and your electrical in, right? So if last time we split into 7 drawing, that means whichever you do that room, they have that facilities requirement, also called the component to be added. Then you got to link the file. But luckily, I will say that telecommunication is one file that you need to link because their items are small and it's quite flexible. So I need not to worry about that. Those come with a piping one, come with a lighting fixtures one, especially the biggest one is the ducting. So ducting also need to take note. If the ceiling is concealed one, then the return duct we don't need to set, because the AHU will vacuum the whole place because it's enclosed, so it take the whole area as a vacuum. So they return. But those that is an open area one, then of course return we need to design. Okay.
Yep.
So these are things you just got to aware lah. So if you understand the fundamental thing or no or add on knowledge, then your design, your understanding of all this, then it's easier for you lah.
Because actually for lighting, when we link the HVAC all this, right, then we actually can see whether there's any clashes already, right? So HVAC, do we need to link? Like, yeah, do we need to go back to HVAC and link back the lighting and the other?
No need.
Just one time here, you can check here.
Of course, because unless you lay the lighting, then the lighting clash with the HVAC. Then HVAC got to change, no? But if let's say initially you do lighting, no, we done HVAC already, then we do lighting second, right? Then we link the HVAC in, right?
Yeah.
So link the HVAC in, then we place the lighting. If we can design nicely our lighting and suits the calculation, the required lux, and doesn't clash with our HVAC, then no need to link. Because all this when done, the file should be removed the link if your project are done.
Also,
you don't leave the link there. If things are not finalized, you don't remove the link. When design or everything are done, then you remove the link.
Okay, understand.
That means individual file, your 7 file is all empty. Things are floating.
Okay.
Then
so
you
actually,
may say, Sorry.
Like actually you finish everything, you should remove the links.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
It's a
understand.
must to remove. It's
Yeah.
only while we are still doing. That's why our is still intact, because everything not in place yet. What? So you need to leave the link that in case has changed, then you edit. If you
Okay.
remove the link later, go link back, remove link back. Because once you remove and link back, you know what happened? All your visibility control, you got to redo one more time, which
Yeah.
is tedious, you know, right? Every part we do project, we got to change, hide this, hide that, hide this, hide that. It's very headache. So plan, think carefully, everything will be smooth.
Yeah. Let's say
Mm.
for submission, do you want us to remove or just keep it?
Which one?
Or this time around the submission, the final submission?
The one with the new building, that one.
Like for final for our HVAC all this, the lighting.
You can remove it, it's okay.
Okay, okay.
Because end of the day, you link, that means your file size could be very big. You know how big the ARCI file, right?
Yeah.
50 meg. Remove lah. Let's left the thing there will do. Yeah, so that at least you submit less a meg or maybe 2 meg, which be smaller. ARCI file is 15 meg now, so you gotta send how many files? 4, 5 files, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remove the link if it's done. Remove.
Okay.
Because
Thanks.
if you do certain room, roughly I see, I can tell. Okay. Yeah. Because end of the day, as I say, right or wrong, that's secondary. Is you understand the tools, model correctly. This I want to see only. Because in real world MEP, there's a lot of way to do connection. There's no so-called left or right. It's just that whether money wasted, money well spent or not. Agree? Because you have a lot of, like snake all over the place. Of course waste lah, and
Yeah.
power needed. So if you have a so-called account mindset that, hey, I plan nicely, do properly, I save costs for my boss. Because QS will sometimes query. If QS is also like in the field, oh, why you do this design? What's the reason behind? Why must I cross here like snake like that? Sometimes there's a reason, because due to what? Or due to, because first story, my basement, they have foundation, they have power cap, they have footing. So I can't go this way, I must turn the other way around. So sometimes we have explained because of certain criteria, certain condition. But floor to floor should not have any issue, because if you settle one floor correctly, building design is once done correctly, all same one. So same thing for MEP. One of the level done properly, the rest just
Yeah.
multiply. So it's not difficult. It's just a design part. And the thing is that you might think, hey, I'm not a designer. Because design thing must be put by who? Your engineer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are doing 3D, you cannot tell me you're not a designer. You are drawing it, so you must avoid this, avoid that. It's only engineer tell me what is the size or what is the capacity. Did I show you that? Have, right?
Yeah.
So at least the software can perform that, then enough already. Then from there, you specify the size. Then the installer at the site, they will know how to fabricate. Oh, this is the size I need. But length, normally they will need to estimate a bit. If not, coordinator, they got to go site and measure. Then they start to plan. So a lot of things, it's not 100%, but data-wise collection is still a need. You can't be lazy. Okay?
Okay. That's
Yeah.
all.
Right, the rest, how are you? Okay.
So I wanted to ask, the commission, right, for the 4 the HVAC all is also next week, is it? The same date as the
Okay. If your everything's are done, maybe take this opportunity.
because
Okay.
we have exam next week, then kind of need to focus
Hey, I
there.
thought someone asked me that before. Who's that?
I mean
I
for
thought
the 4 submission also.
I think 27, right?
What did I said? I think I did do some setting, right?
27. Yeah, you
No, I
did.
mean, yeah, you change for the overall
for your
install, but
appointment.
I'm asking for the documentation for the 4 thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me double
Yeah.
check.
All right, sure.
Because when there's a need change, because sometimes this is the first time I give so many assignments. Sorry, guys.
It's okay, sir.
Because no test, so no test must give more. Then will be what to do. See, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My goodness. Okay, this 29 August.
Yeah, the rest I was talking about the rest.
Okay,
I think
let me.
all can change to 29.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah. That's my because we might focus on exam this week and next week. So
Sure, no.
yeah, sir.
Thought mechanical it done long time ago
He might
already.
only he might focus only. So maybe not.
Okay.
Already done, but just in case.
Okay, let me set.
unsure.
Hold on. Just to ensure you guys do your job and send. 29. So this one also. I mean, to be fair, everyone also make less error. I mean, less problem for me lah. If not, I think in between we keep WhatsApp me. I don't have this. I don't have that. Eh?
Oh, June, sir.
Alamak, no
Yeah.
wonder not allowed. Basket. I was happy. How come suddenly not allowed? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem. So I think you've changed it, all changed now. So this one changed already. Okay, this is 1st August. I think electrical so far not much got change. Everyone should done already, right?
Yeah, done already.
I think this one should not be an issue. Hold
But I
on.
think
Yeah.
we remove the link all this.
Yeah,
Then we submit.
Mm.
we still haven't removed
Also
the
can,
link.
also can, yeah. Okay. So here should be 29. 29. Wow, so busy. Who's in the background so busy? Santos, all celebrate, right?
No.
Yay! No, joking.
Girlfriend.
No.
Oh,
I don't
Santos
have.
girlfriend.
I don't have.
Okay. Happy, No, I will say that focus to study first. No need to worry. Study more important. Okay, I think left. Hey, this one I never set date.
Yeah,
That's
that
kind
one
of
you
weird.
never.
How come,
Haven't set that one.
That's kind of weird. How come never set date? Okay, 29 left this one. How come this one no date? Funny. Wait, I didn't set no wonder. Alamak. Ayah, careless So time should be 23, 11 o'clock, right? 00 are you? Cut off is 29, 23, 2359. Okay, I think. Oops, sorry, not this. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all.
Check the screen. Let me see. Hold on. Date. If you guys can submit earlier because my worry is what once your exam over, they only give me 2-3 days to mark only. So you guys got if can, then get it
Yeah.
done. No more
Okay.
extension, please, because the extend later they butter me, I gotta butter you.
Exactly.
Nowadays they are very careful on all this so-called time frame. Yeah, so especially there's so many assignments now. See, 1, 2, 3. Then I got to compress the marks here and there. So it's good also. The more you have, easy to play with the mark. So at least you submit, you won't fail. If you only have, let's say, only few assignments, then you don't do. Good luck, man. At least we have 6, we can play and combine. See not. So one did
Yeah.
not do, at least you break down, like let's say this is considered 30%. Yeah, 15. If you only have 1, you don't do 30 means all 30 gone. You see, so at least you do more, you understand better. No test, but at least you understand, so-called more options lah. Yeah, but surprisingly, this one no test. I don't know why. Okay. So you guys should be able to see now. I think, yeah, it's all updated. 29. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now 12:16. If nothing on, then we shall stop here.